Vassell against Barrett. Shoots over Vassell. Here's Pirtle. And a nice finish on the layup.
And excel in your role. And that's what Pirtle's role is. He's out there to grab as many rebounds as he can.
Down low. Here's Wembanyama. And it's in there. And the Spurs lead by 10.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Now here's Quickly. 1:44 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. 6 to shoot. Here's Barnes. San Antonio with a rebound. Wembanyama's got 8 rebounds in the game. And so it's Jones who brings up the ball for the Spurs. Here's MP. Jones, the pass to MP.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for San Antonio.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
Yeah, and one thing I think they should continue doing is attacking the break. Because right now, this defense has no answer for them when they do this.
Dick, he's checked in for Toronto. For Toronto, they've gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in, struggling this fourth quarter. It's Barnes on the wing. Jones against Quickly. Pass to Dick from deep three-point range. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. San Antonio's gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth.
Both sides are simply waiting for the clock to make it official. This is going to end up in the books as a nice win for the Spurs.
One area where they set themselves apart today, their aggressiveness in getting steals.
It really hindered their opponent all game long. And, of course, it helped spark their own offense.
And it's a performance that will signify their 5th win of the year.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And it was a reliably solid performance from one of their key guys. A tremendous game for Victor Wembanyama.
The work he put in on the glass helped shape this game, never taking a play off.
Oh, throw it down! Wow!
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Outside Jones. Pass to MP. Here's Sohan. Outside Jones. Shoots from 12. So we see the Spurs get the win here. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clearly in the driver's seat down the stretch.
They really were, B.A. They played with great intensity on both ends of the floor, and they didn't allow their mistakes to get the better of them.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Brian Anderson.
It's live coverage of the NBA on Monday, and the starting group for the Spurs. Wembanyama is the center with Sohan next to him. The guard pair are Jones and Vassell. And it's MP in at the 3. And for the Pacers, Siakam is out there with Benedict Mathurin. Then it's Turner. Then it's Halliburton. And it's Nembhard in at the 2-guard spot. As a player, what's your main focus in these early stages of the season, Clark?
You know, Kevin, I think the biggest thing is just building chemistry, getting a level of comfort with one another. learning tendencies and preferences. Chemistry is the key at this time of the season.
So the Indiana Pacers able to put the first points up on the board. Vassell finds Wembanyama. MP inside. Defended by Mathurin. That one drops for him.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul. San Antonio on defense. Halliburton passes to Nembhard. 6 to shoot. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Here is something, Greg, from Pacers history. They were a dynasty at one point, and you remember it well.
Yeah, you're talking about the ABA days, but it's true. The Pacers were a dominant team before the merger. They won 3 titles in 4 seasons just before joining the league.
And so here is Indiana. After the miss from MP. Off target from the baseline. Wembanyama against Siakam. And there's Wembanyama on the assist by Jones.
I'm not sure how defenders are supposed to guard Wembanyama without making contact.
Siakam deciding where to go with it. Back to Turner, and stolen by Wembanyama. Knocked away. Halliburton with the steal.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
Sohan, the pass to Jones. Wembanyama trying to free himself up.
Man, the defense of Turner is astounding. I mean, he positioned himself well to come up with a lot of blocks. Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Loved the intensity.
And the pass to Vassell. The feed now to MP. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Indiana Pacers. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part.
San Antonio trailing here. On the court right now for the Spurs. They've got MP. He's out there with Jones. Johnson is out there with Wembanyama. And it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 4 spot. San Antonio shooting their first free throws of the night. That free throw missing. And he's good on the second. And Indiana shooting 41% for the game. Halliburton passes to Mathurin. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Johnson finds MP. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. And he banks in the layup. Mamu Kelishvili has got the lead up to 1 now for the Spurs. Halliburton looking around. Turner inside. Wembanyama on him. The Spurs shooting percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. You know, Greg, one thing you got to admire about Miles Turner is how sensational a shot blocker he is. Every year among the leaders in the NBA.
And Kevin, such a dependable defensive anchor, someone that just reads shooters well, knows when to go after the block.
Jones against Halliburton. Right side Turner. Pass to Halliburton. Over Jones. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
A nice shot by MP.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Pacers trail by 5. Outside Mathurin. They double him with Wembanyama. He was all alone on that one. Nesmith has got 7.
Good work by Mathurin getting rid of the ball when somebody has a better shot. You got to throw it his way.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thank you, Kevin. The Pacers are a team on the rise, and their point guard, Tyrese Halliburton, has a lot to do with that. Coach Rick Carlisle said his will to win is spectacular for a young player. He's the motor, the engine who drives our team. When people look and say we're fun to watch, he's the head of the snake. He sets the tone for that in a big way. Kevin?
In a big way. High praise. Hey, David, thank you. Mathurin against MP. And stolen by MP. Banked in off the glass. And now an 8-point Spurs lead.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Over to the wing. Now, here's Nesmith. Defense right on him. Shots good by Turner.
Turner doing a nice job setting himself up for a shot off that pick and roll.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And players and coaches want a consistent whistle, Clark. Isn't that harder, though, when minor contact can be called a foul?
Yeah, it is, Kevin, but I do think the officials do a great job. At the NBA level, there's more latitude for physical contact. These are the best players in the world. They're also the most athletic and the strongest players in the world. So giving them room, and I think the officials do a great job of officiating the game the way it should be. And I understand the cry about consistency, but remember now, the officials, much like the players, coaches, and broadcasters, they too are human.
Halliburton with it. He's picked up by Collins. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. Eddie Osman, he's checked in for the Spurs. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Spurs up by 4. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the 3rd quarter. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at MP in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
They've got Siakam. Also, Benedict Mathurin out there. Tyrese Halliburton is out there with Turner. And it's Nembhard in at the shooting guard position. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
Quick thinking from Mathurin there. Excellent at rising up and capitalizing off the catch.
So Clark, with his talent and upside, the future is extremely bright for Benedict Mathurin.
Very bright, shining extremely bright. I love this young man. Like his comportment, Kevin, as much as I like his athleticism and his ability to score at all 3 levels, he just seems to be unfazed and